All right, so you want to be an astronaut, ready to trade in Earth's gravity for the cosmos.
Oh, I like that. Trade it in, huh?
Right, like upgrade. So we're diving into 10 passi per diventare un astronauta.
Okay, so that's, yeah.
10 steps to becoming an astronaut for us Earthbound folks. We're going to uncover what it really takes. And spoiler alert,
Lay it on me.
way more than just being a science whiz.
You got that right. This guide, it isn't just a list of qualifications, it's more like a blueprint.
A blueprint, okay.
Yeah, for building the kind of resilience and adaptability you need to thrive in space. It's a whole journey, like self-transformation.
Okay, so let's unpack this journey then. First stop, education. No surprise there.
Big surprise.
Right. Strong STEM foundation, science, technology, engineering, math.
The classics.
Exactly.
Yep.
But it's not just about earning that degree and calling it a day.
Oh, no. It goes way deeper than that.
Right.
Think about what astronauts actually face. Navigating spacecraft, running experiments in microgravity, even troubleshooting life support systems millions of miles from home.
Talk about pressure.
Yeah, a deep understanding of STEM, those principles. Not just helpful up there, it's mission critical.
So it's like textbook knowledge becomes a literal lifesaver in space.
You got it.
Which I guess makes the guide's emphasis on at least 3 years of professional experience kind of makes sense, right?
Yeah, makes total sense.
Piloting, engineering, research, they specifically mentioned those. It's about building that specialized skill set.
Well, yeah, they even mentioned someone who had a background in undersea exploration, making it into the astronaut corps.
Really?
Yeah, which shows you it's not about fitting some cookie-cutter mold.
Right.
It's about proving you can learn complex systems and, solve problems when things get tough.
Okay, so not just book smarts, but hands-on experience too.
You got it.
To handle those curveballs. Which leads me to, what about the mental game? This guide really focuses on things like teamwork, leadership, and that word we keep coming back to, resilience.
Oh, yeah, big time. Okay, picture this. You're crammed in this tiny spacecraft hurtling through the void.
Okay, I'm with you.
You're with a diverse international crew, and anything could go wrong at any second.
Oh, yeah.
Those soft skills. Communication, adaptability, keeping your cool under pressure, absolutely essential.
So it's like your ability to just stay calm, problem solve under pressure. It could literally determine the success of the whole mission.
You know it.
And, everyone's safety.
Exactly. And the guide really drills that home. Astronauts.
Yeah.
Put through these intense simulations, equipment malfunctions, communication blackouts, even fake emergencies.
Wow.
All designed to see if they can think clearly and work together when things hit the fan.
Wow, that's a lot. Okay, but there's this one part that threw me. The emphasis on learning Russian.
Yeah.
I get that communication's key up there, but is it really that critical?
It goes way deeper than just, chit-chat with your cosmonaut crewmates.
Oh, really?
Learning a language like Russian. It shows serious commitment to the global nature of space exploration.
Oh, okay.
It says, hey, I get that this isn't an American or a Russian or Chinese thing. It's a human thing.
So it's a much bigger picture.
Absolutely.
Wow, I hadn't thought about it like that. It's like saying, I'm not just here for myself. I'm here to be part of something way bigger.
Exactly. That kind of mindset.
Yep.
Essential for anyone who dreams of leaving Earth behind. Because this guide makes it super clear.
Yeah.
Being an astronaut, not just about technical skills. It's about a global perspective, that spirit of collaboration.
Okay, so we've got the brains, the experience, mental toughness, and now you're telling me learning a whole new language. I'm sensing a theme here. Becoming an astronaut is way more than just checking off boxes on a resume.
You are getting it.
It's constant self-improvement, pushing those limits.
Exactly.
Yeah.
This guide, it's not about fitting into some pre-made mold.
It's more personal.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's about recognizing that the journey itself, with its challenges and setbacks, the constant learning, that's what shapes you into the kind of person ready for the cosmos.
Okay, so we've covered the basics, the foundation, education, experience, those soft skills, a little international cooperation sprinkled in. But what about the physical side of things? Because this guide's pretty upfront. Space travel demands you to be in top physical condition.
Oh, yeah, and they get super specific about it.
Right.
Yeah, we're not talking about a casual jog and a few bicep curls.
No.
This is about prepping for an environment where gravity's like optional.
Yeah.
And they've got some wild ways of doing it.
All right, so astronaut boot camp. This guide goes all in on the physical training, and it is intense.
Oh, yeah.
This is way beyond hitting the gym.
Way beyond.
We're talking about prepping for an environment where gravity is like an option.
Yeah. They use these modified Boeing 727s.
Okay.
Yeah, they call them vomit comets.
Okay.
Cute little nickname.
Okay.
They create these like parabolic arcs
Arcs. Okay.
to simulate, brief periods of weightlessness.
Oh, that.
But it's not just for kicks, though.
Right.
It's about mastering movement and tasks, in microgravity.
Wait, so those videos of astronauts floating around on the ISS?
Oh, yeah.
They practice that before they even go to space?
Exactly. It's called parabolic flights.
Oh, wow.
Astronauts learn to maneuver themselves, equipment, stay balanced, even how to eat and drink without everything going crazy.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Yeah, essential training for space, for all those unique challenges.
So down kind of becomes relative up there, huh?
Totally. The whole different way of thinking about things.
That's wild. The guide also mentioned underwater training. Is this like scuba diving for science or something?
Not exactly, no.
Oh, okay.
It's more like, think massive swimming pools.
Okay, so big pools.
Yeah, with mock-ups of spacecraft components.
Hmm.
And the astronauts practice spacewalk procedures in this simulated neutral buoyancy environment.
Ah, so it's about getting used to that weightless feeling, learning how to move in 3 dimensions.
You got it. Plus, working in a pressurized suit, even underwater,
Yeah.
incredibly physically,
Yeah.
builds the endurance and strength you need for actual spacewalks.
Okay, so we've got zero-G flights, underwater simulations. This is starting to sound like a sci-fi movie training montage.
I know, right?
What else do they throw at these astronaut candidates?
Well, space is full of surprises, right?
Yeah.
So survival training is a big deal.
Survival training,
Like wilderness survival,
Yeah.
learning how to navigate, find shelter, administer first aid, all in extreme conditions.
Wow. So it's not just about thriving in space, but potentially surviving if something goes wrong during a mission.
Right, exactly.
Back on Earth.
Yeah. Talk about high stakes.
Yeah.
But, survival isn't just about the physical stuff.
Right.
Astronauts need to be mentally ready for these long-duration missions.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Dealing with isolation, confinement, the mental stress of space travel.
It's a whole other level.
It is.
So it's not just about being in peak physical shape.
Right.
It's a mental resilience, too, to handle the psychological pressure of being away from Earth, sometimes for months.
Exactly. And they do these simulations to mimic that stress.
Mm.
Prolonged confinement, delays in communication with Earth, the close quarters thing of working with a small crew.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, learning conflict resolution, stress management, keeping morale up,
It's a lot.
all crucial for a successful mission.
Wow. Okay, so we've got physical training that's basically superhuman, mental resilience exercises. But what about, the actual day-to-day tasks of being an astronaut? There's got to be more to it than just piloting a spaceship, right?
Oh, absolutely. Way more.
Yeah.
They're trained to operate robotic arms for things like repairs or deploying satellites,
Oh, right.
conducting scientific experiments, collecting data, troubleshooting any technical issues that pop up. Remember,
Yeah.
they're scientists, engineers, explorers, not just pilots.
Right. It's incredible to think about all the different skills they have to master.
It is.
And this guide really emphasizes that it's not just about being good at science or being physically fit.
Huh?
It's the whole package.
Package.
Mental toughness, technical expertise, and being able to roll with the punches when things get unpredictable.
And, it's a constant process, always learning, always refining those skills.
Yeah.
This guide really makes that clear.
Yeah.
Even seasoned astronauts are always training, updating their skills, prepping for new missions with their own unique challenges.
So it never really stops.
Nope. This field is always evolving, so the demands on the people who venture out there, they evolve too.
Okay, so we've covered physical and mental prep, those all-important technical skills. But there's another piece this guide keeps coming back to, the whole global nature of space exploration. So we've talked about how tough astronaut training is, both physically and mentally. I mean, it's really impressive. But this guide keeps stressing that space exploration isn't just about testing your own limits. It's about having this global perspective.
Right. What I find so interesting is how the guide approaches this whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just about, countries cooperating on a practical level.
Okay, yeah.
It's about really understanding other cultures and being open to different ways of thinking.
So it's more than just logistics. It's like a mindset.
Exactly. It's like to really reach for the stars, you got to first understand and appreciate the diversity of the planet you're leaving behind, right?
Yeah, I like that.
And it goes beyond just passively understanding.
Okay.
It's about actively engaging with those other cultures. Remember they talked about learning Russian?
Oh, yeah.
That's a perfect example. It shows you're not just focused on your own path. You're part of this global team effort.
Like you said before, it's a human thing.
Yeah, exactly. And think about what that means practically.
Yeah.
You've got astronauts from all these different countries working together in tight spaces for months at a time, being able to communicate clearly, understanding those cultural differences, working through conflicts.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
All that becomes super important for the mission to succeed.
So it's not enough to be a brilliant scientist or a great pilot.
Yeah,
You have to be a global citizen, a real team player.
you got it. Someone who can bridge those cultural gaps. It's a pretty powerful idea, I think.
Yeah, definitely. And it ties back to what we were talking about before, resilience. The more adaptable and open-minded you are, the better you'll handle those challenges in space.
For sure. Both the technical stuff and the interpersonal stuff.
Okay, so let's sum it all up. What does all this mean for someone who really wants to be an astronaut? What's the big takeaway from this deep dive?
Well, this guide makes it super clear. Becoming an astronaut, it's not just a job. It's a way of life. It's about always learning, pushing those boundaries, and understanding that space exploration is this huge collaborative effort.
It goes beyond just one country, one person.
Exactly. It
Well,
transcends all that.
wow. It's almost like philosophical, isn't it?
It is.
The journey of becoming an astronaut is about discovering yourself, growing as a person.
Yeah.
It gets you ready for space, but also for life in general.
I think that's a great way to put it.
Yeah.
And it leads us to the most thought-provoking part of the guide, their final message. They basically say, becoming an astronaut is a journey, not the destination.
I like that.
So I'll leave you with this question. What's one small step you can take right now to start your own journey?